Howdy everybody, I am Kolick and this is Summoner's War. Alright, so today we're going to be continuing our series on how to attack. Now this is Saturday, so it's the end of the Guild War series. Well, the end of the Guild Week. And we need to go ahead and pick some targets. So this guy, I want to give you an idea of some different targets, but let's go ahead and pick a yellow one, see if we can get the win real quick. Okay, so this is a more common defense I'm starting to see up in higher guild wars. Um, this guy is running a basically the way you want to counter this is with a dispeller. Okay, unfortunately, I don't have a really good dispeller. I have a Quilla, so that's kind of an issue. But you can make do with a Bella. Um, would help you survive this kind of damage output because he's only got one real damage output guy. Um, so you could easily do something with like Bella and Jasoon or Rezer and Theomars, and that would work okay versus this. It's not the best defense in the world, but it's definitely not the worst. Now, taking a look at this, he's doesn't have any speed leader. He doesn't have any speed. So an alternative is that you could run like an Amesity Copper team and just smack him down really fast. That would also work. So that's what we're going to try and do right here. We'll put in Delphoid because I want immunity. Delphoid is really strong against Theomars. Now, if it doesn't get his extra buff up from this guy, if he derps, then, or if Delphoid is faster, then this game's going to be over real quick. Now, this one, I don't like this defense at all. Basically, this defense that says, oh, well, Chloe's going to shield me. Well, you know what's better than Chloe shielding a speed lead? Chloe shielding Katarina. Okay? And this team, he's going to do nothing against your team, and he's going to be vulnerable. The only real chance you have that he has is that if his Chloe derps. Yeah, his chance to win relies on his Chloe derping. It's not good when you rely on your own units to screw up to give you a chance to win. So, anyway. I don't really like this team too much because he's just simply not fast enough. Look at that. It's just so slow. And I think I actually might be a little too fast against this Theomars, but we'll see. One shot that guy down. Yep. Go ahead and get immunity up. Now, the first thing Theomars usually would do is trying to armor break someone. That's why you want that immunity. Makes it really tough for him to break through. Now, it doesn't really matter which move I'm going to do here because of the immunity. It's going to, and the shield. It's going to be hard to break through it. From any unit except copper. Now, you can hope that he does an extra violent proc to break that, but he didn't. So, yeah. So we'll go ahead and see if we can get a reset on Theomars. Yep. And we'll go ahead and Copper is pretty close to taking another turn. I'm going to give the turn to Delphoid instead to get a heal off. No, and I popped violent, so we'll shoot Theomars and then we'll give him the hammer. Okay, so at this point, game's pretty much over. Not much he can do. I get it slow. Let's see if we can reduce his attack bar. Yep. Let's see if we can get stunned. No stun. Let's see if we can get a reset. He resisted. But yeah, this is pretty much how it's going to go. We'll go ahead and march out Copper. Again, I think these kind of teams are ranked. I've ranked them pretty poor. This team comp is to D, I would think. You're talking about that team is very easy to attack. I didn't have to bring that team. I could brought an Orion for speed buff and just walloped him to death. This team, the funny thing about this team would be more scary if Sierra wasn't lead. Yeah. Okay, so he had less speed on Chloe. As it is, it's pretty much just RNG, and because you aim for your own Katarina to be slow, not fast. You aim it to be slow so that you can beat these other Chloe teams, and they move second. Sorry, they move first, and so they expose all their guys, and you move second, and you kill them. So now you could build your Katarina to be fast, if so, like a YDCB, but then you can't go against Chloe teams. So it really depends on what you're facing. If you're facing high-end guilds, they usually don't use Chloe. If you're facing low-end guilds, they use Chloe a lot. Alright, so let's move on to the next guy. Fire, fire, water. Okay. So against the fire, fire, water team, this would work. So would Tessarian. But I'm going to go ahead and run this. I get a bit of a strip. He doesn't really have a lot of damage output, except maybe against water. Should be okay. Second thought, do I really want to run that? Yep, we're going to go ahead and run that, I think. No, we're going to run... We're going to run this against him as a base, but I want to use a different person. So I'm going to use, I want to use Tessarian and Theomars in the bottom one, with Tessarian lead. So I can shut down 2 of his units pretty effectively with Tessarian, and yeah, that should work out really well. The resistance means that I have a good chance of resisting the defense break from Theomars, and yeah. Alright, so here I got a good attacker, I got a resistance leader, I need someone who can tank a whole bunch. Really would like to bring in my own armor breaker, to be honest on this. So what's my own armor breaker? We're going to bring in Bella. See if my Jewelton is ruined. Not the best runes, but he is ruined. He could do armor break, but he can't do a strip. So I bring Orion. I would strip. I would need defense break. I kind of like Orion actually when I think about it. Where's my Orion? There it is. Okay, so I don't have an attack buff, but I do have a strip and a strip and a heal. Yeah, that should work. This guy's defense is kind of odd, actually, when you think about it. His only real damage output is Kumon. This guy really just doesn't do enough. So we'll go ahead and I was hoping for strip and stun on Bellijewel. Obviously, it's a bit unlikely, but hey, you know, could happen. Go ahead and put Clancy on him just so he makes himself give himself the shield. Okay, my first target I think is going to be Bellijewel. Okay, we'll go ahead and get a shield up. We're going to hit him. We're going to go ahead and we'll do a strip. And kill. Okay, so now that he has immunity down, we're going to be able to start stripping and playing more arm breaks on these targets. And we're just going to go for Kumon first. Once I land an armor break on him, he should start dropping pretty rapidly, but I can even penetrate his shield even without that right now, so what we don't want to do is go on Camila. But we naturally won't go on Camila unless she's armor broken, so just let me choose this target over here, and we can auto him. This team just simply put has no damage output. I mean, look at this. Camila is tickling me because she's built tank. The other guy doesn't do enough, and the third guy tries immunity to keep himself alive longer. I mean, you cannot win the stall defense on Guild Wars. Okay, it just does not work. And pop, there he goes. All right, this one's definitely got more offense on it because it's got DMRs naturally. So okay, but I slightly outspeed his DMRs. Defense break on, and boom. Your DMRs needs to be on will runes for exactly that reason. If his DMRs was on will runes, I wouldn't be able to kill him. As it was, I could kill him on that turn. And that's all she really wrote. And of course, after I kill DMRs, he's got no threat. So, yeah. In this case, it didn't really matter that I brought Tessari in lead. But, there we go. Now, this defense is better than the previous one. This one would definitely be better off if he had a will rune here. That would provide a lot more survivability on his defense. I wouldn't be able to kill him on the first turn unless he's faster. And if he's faster, that means he gets to go and he actually might proc. He could possibly kill somebody. You know, since he's slower though without will runes, he's just the target. The chance is really like 85% chance. It's the chance that Tessari doesn't apply the debuff. So, yeah. And my Tessari is max accuracy, so it's not like he could ever resist. Alright, so let's hit a higher one up. Talk about him real fast. Okay, so this guy I like better than the previous ones. Okay, Retash is a threat against DMRs. DMRs is a threat against DMRs, and Kumon provides shields. So it's got double healing, double armor breaking. You know, the units were all hard to kill in the first turn. This is an all-around better defense. This one's not. This one is relying on Chloe again, and it tries to be slower, but also these units want speed usually. So you're talking that, again, this second team is very, very Katarina-able. Now I'm just going to run the same comp right here. Now I rate this team better, but it is certainly not the best. I love it. I drag it right to the middle and just doesn't select it into there. Alright. Now bring my guys. Now, I would not do this against an extremely low opponent. If you have the speed totem, then it's possible your speed totem, if you don't have speed on Katarina, could outspeed his guys because he just doesn't rate speed highly at all. In this case, you're talking about a C1, C2 player. There's no way he doesn't have some speed on Chasun or on Wind Monkey. Sorry, on Wind Monkey or Chow. So again, that guy really needed wheel runs. He does not have wheel runs, so this guy died. Very easy. Gotta have wheel runs on his CMRs. It's the primary target. I took out one of his major DPS and his ability to win, essentially. Now, don't get me wrong, Ritesh can still go crazy. It is a beast monk. He does do some good damage. Alright, so he might meditate. Yep, he meditates into a violent fox. That's always nice. Alright. Don't have a heal yet, but it's not going to matter. Okay, so looking at attack bars, yeah, should work. It's going to be close in this Chow, though. I think I'll delay it a turn. That's the cute thing about this. You can actually do that. Because QB provides you extra immunity. Of course, it's okay, so I can go ahead and say, smack this guy. And since I have a fire tank and a wind tank, I know he's not going to attack my guys correctly. Alright, so we'll hit the Wind Monkey, and we will Fury him. And we'll hit him again once. And come on, Katarina. Alrighty. Oh, crit on Chloe. So he's got one guy left. Alright. Go heal for QB. That's Wind Monkey. I have seen Wind Monkeys take a lot of turns, so it's always possible that he wins this, but it's unlikely.
I got the contacts.
And I am recording, so all right. So okay, guys. Now I hope it helps you point out a few instances of why you shouldn't run Guild Wars that way, and we'll talk about more in the next one. This is Collet signing out. Well, guys, as they start the next guild battle right away, I figured let's do a twofer. Alright, so let's go ahead and pick a 3. Okay, so this guy's got you really want to bring a Dispeller, something like that against his beta. He's got a speed lead beta, so it's going to be hard to outspeed it, and Alika is not really easily one-shottable either. If this is a war guy, I'm actually would choose to skip on this account. Well, I think it's fine to do with my Chiwu account. I just don't have that good stripper to be able to deal with the buffs coming out of here. Right. So we're gonna pass on him, even though he's only F3. If it came down to it, I think I could beat him, but it's questionable. I don't have the best comp for him, and when I don't have the best comp for him, why do I want to do that? Now, this one I've seen a lot of times people being used recently. Yeah, I'm just not too sure on why you want to be able to run this. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to run this team against it right here. Now down here, this team's going to be harder to deal with. He's got a heal, he's got that, he's got a lot of stuff. And I don't have a really great fire nuker except this guy, who actually is a pretty good fire nuker. So we're going to go ahead and run him, and we're going to run I'm not sure about this team either. That was kind of hard to attack for me, and that's why I would give it a higher grade. If I don't have the units to attack that well, I would definitely grade that higher. The simple fact is, it's a higher grade means that you're more likely to win defenses because your opponents don't have the right things to attack it. Okay, so like this guy, combination of Wind Monkey and Rakaman is actually a pretty good combo. This guy's got a nice Praha to back it up too. I like that comp. Alright, so since we like those comps, let's go ahead and face something easier. I don't like either of these defenses set up. This screams to me to Katarina this one, and it screams to me that I can Katarina this one. So, but you know what I like to do on this one. I just like to show off these guys. Now, some people may think that my copper may hit for a lot. It doesn't. Okay? If you want your copper to hit for more, go for rage. Mine is not on rage, it's on guard. So I have an extra defense. You know, in case their monster is rune defense, you can just, you know, you don't have to worry about that because copper has to have double their defense. So, now I could get it away with that if I might swap it out this next FFR and see how I do. But, yeah, I mean, pretty solid. See if I can get a nice Chris cool time. Okay, so I got that off. No slow. Let's give immunity so copper can get a turn. Delphoid is an amazingly strong unit. Yeah. Okay, so let's finish off Theomars, maybe? Nope, not quite yet. We'll go ahead for another heal. We'll poke Theomars off. No stun, but we have immunity, so that's okay. March and Shout. As you can tell, I mean, the reason why I like this comp so much is against these style teams is I was never in any danger at all. Now you could run this guy. Mine's on Swift for the extra speed, so I don't have to worry about it, but you could run him on a spare. It can be better. But it's hard to get those little despair runes. I know I could have pounded him for a lot and just didn't need to. Alright, so again, alright, he's going to do this. Both these guys are speedy. He's going to try and do that. Nothing's going to happen. QB will go ahead. His Katarina might even move before my club. Nope, it's not going to. Okay. Alright, so if I get Tayor, win. If I get just Galleon, it's probably also a win. I got Galleon. So now he has no armor breaker and no attack buffer. So I like to strip the shield off if I can. Let's do a little damage to him. That's not enough to make Chloe try to heal, so we're good there. A little bit more, and Soul Reaper him. And at that point, this game really comes down to a game of chicken on who throws up their Fanatic first. I got one more shot into Katarina to have the buff up. She's got a heal. As I said, it's kind of a game of chicken. Nope, she got the buff up. But I'm not yet. Now my Katarina is ready. So now I can throw my buff up. And then I can buff again. And there's no way, even on, maybe at max HP, he could take 3 glancings. But yeah, even 1 non-glancing will kill him. So there we go. That one's down. And now, okay. Again, this is the same kind of lineup. Why would you do this? Both these are Copperwool and Katarina wool, essentially. I'm going to leave Katarina for this one because it could be Rune Defense here. And I don't really want to risk that. He's got a defense leader too, so we'll go ahead and leave him teams just like this. That's the sign of a terrible defense, in my opinion. I just killed the guy above you, and the next guy below, I don't even have to change teams. I mean, okay, maybe I like my Copper, Delphoy, and Nemesity a little too much, but they win, and they win a lot. A lot. So, boom, Thunderstrike kills off Jasoon, and see if I can create Soulline, might do. Okay. He does land an armor break, but it's okay, so I still got immunity. I guess slow on both, that's great. Okay. Level that up. Work on Theomars. Erase Theomars. Smack him. Smack him. Now the attack bar reduction this team should not be underestimated. It's actually pretty good. I mean, like, pretty good. Like, it's one of the reasons why this team is actually very solid. Go get immunity again. See if we can get a stun off. No stun. See if we can get an attack bar reduction. Nope. And I didn't reset him. I saw that, so he did have a heal. Alright, we got the stun on him. Yep. Now this team really, truthfully, I mean, I suppose you could say improve this team by running Wind Panda instead of Delphoy. I mean, double damage dealer. Or you could just say I'm going to run Wind Panda and Delphoy and not Copper. And both those teams would be okay. Copper is obviously ignores immunity, so that's pretty good from that perspective. But Wind Panda, Defilaride's armor break, he's got his own self heals. He's probably a little bit more consistent from that perspective. Okay, so he's got defensive buff up on everyone, so let's see who we kill. And at this point, that's game. So, if you want some easy Guild War wins, I highly suggest that you build both of these two teams. They make most of the defenses pretty easy to attack. Now, that's not saying that all teams are this easy to attack and that you should build your defense this way, because you certainly shouldn't, because these teams are so easy to build and they're so effective. But there you go. You don't need high-end Nat 5s to do this. These are all feasible guys from Nat 5s. Now, okay, so he's got this guy, Perna, and this guy. Again, no stripper makes this a bit annoying. I don't have a Rocky, and my average, though I built one, she's not right. So I don't have a res prevention kind of deals. So I'm going to say I don't really want to have to skip this guy, but I feel like I should because I don't have any stripper. Okay, so we'll move on down to this guy. Okay, so we're talking that this guy is he's not Delphoyable, but he is copperable. I mean, bulldozer. So this is why I like to run more guard in this. If this comp would not be copperable if I was on rage, because that extra defense may push him over enough. And yeah, that would be really bad. But this guy, on the other hand, is very vulnerable. I could either do him or I could do Tessarion, or I showed off Tessarion a couple times today, so let's go ahead and do Orion instead. In this comp, they're pretty much interchangeable though, for what you're trying to attack. Tessarion's a little bit better on some comps, and the other guy's a little bit better than the others. So okay, let's see if Copper can kill him. If not, I probably lose this one. And I can't. So let's go ahead and get a slow off. Let's see, Bulldozer punch him. Is that enough? That's enough. Unfortunately, it means that Copper's pretty much a dead person here. There's no reason to have me brought him. But I did. So, kind of screwed in that regard. And he's probably room for damage on his village jewel. Of course, it's going extra turns, so it doesn't really matter. Right? Yep. So it's just a matter of how much I can get more stuns off. And not going to get more stuns off anymore. But I can go ahead and not have to worry about keeping these units alive because, quite frankly, it's the end of the Guild War. So let's go ahead and tickle him. Oh yeah, he's going to win this probably, unless he's got really crappy hit points. Oh yeah, I did do nothing, and he wins. Yeah, as I said, that was a risk, and I knew it, and I went in. And that's how you can tell that it is a risk. So, okay, so this guy, I managed to land the armor break on Leica, which means pretty much GG Leica, because, wow, you're not going to survive that very well. Okay. I almost was able to pop his Theon Marsh too on his Endure. Of course, he does get the a violent proc also, so no glancing, but we'll pop in. So, well, he did not proc my Endure either. Wow, I must be like 2 hit points though. I mean, look at that, that was so low. Okay, so pop. Yep. Now, if I didn't get the armor breaking him, I got it on, say, Theon Mars, and obviously pop Theon Mars. If I got it on just soon, it would have sucked the first start, but there you go. Alright, so I hope it helps you out, and this concludes this episode on how to attack. So, well, on this one, I rate this one probably as a... This one's hard to attack, actually. I would rate this as a B. It provides immunity, defense, res, heal. This guy could definitely be better ruined on damage output, but I like the fact that this guy has got a lot of defense. It makes him not copperable. And it's hard to Katarina this because if you miss Katarina this guy, or if he's HP, you would end up screwing yourself because he would res and he would start killing guys off pretty quickly. Yeah. I like this team a lot. This team, not so much. This team is like he's not a D because, but he is I would say a C. He needs these guys on will rings, these two. He needs them faster. He needs a bit more damage output, definitely on Theon Mars too. You need to be able to pop that my Theon Mars with yours. I know he's got a little bit more hit points than I thought, but yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope that helped, and y'all have a great day. This is Kolek signing out.